This is Atomic Heart. Somehow both slow to start and working at a breakneck speed, Atomic Heart did little to draw me in during my limited playtime. I could only manage to maintain interest for roughly 3 hours before calling it quits, and at no point during did I ever feel even remotely engaged. The game begins with a long, almost masturbatory section in which our main character is barely introduced as little more than an amnesiac super soldier sporting a new AI-infused glove companion. We follow them on a casual walk through a parade celebrating a prosperous alternate history Soviet Union, one that developed advanced robotics and other such technologies. Overall, it reminds me of another promising opening in BioShock Infinite, with the introduction of the Floating Society, its innovation, and the shocking revelation at the lottery. There's a lot of pageantry that seemingly isn't followed up with any substance. Anyway, over the course of the next 3 hours, the character is told to go somewhere, ends up falling into an underground facility, then proceeds to plod around with a fire axe and a shotgun, all while the glove and the main character hop back and forth between childish bickering and espousing excessive amounts of bloated world building that no one asked for. The game loves to hear itself talk and will take every opportunity to do so, and then some. It has computer terminal logs, Pocket Watch voice logs, and Dead Guy voice logs, and the never-ending commentary of the main character and the glove, of course. Which was grating for moment one, and so I can only imagine how much worse it gets as the hours roll by. It's incessant. The combat was basic and a bit shallow, but I say it wasn't frustrating or abrasive. So perhaps it'd grow on me in time with more weapons. That being said, the game, following the first trend, somehow doing both at once, proceeds to hold your hand when introducing the upgrade system, and then not giving you the information that you need. This led me to sort of bounce off the system as a whole, as I wanted to get used to my initial set of weapons first, before, for example, grabbing an upgrade that changed how my axe's heavy attack worked entirely, going from an initial heavy single overhead attack to a Legend of Zelda spin attack that hits multiple people around me in a very silly manner. And then it starts dumping off more and more blueprints for weapons very quickly, more quickly than you have the resources to facilitate, so you'll be making choices between upgrading your weapons or buying new weapons. But I'd rather just get the weapons, try them out, and then decide if I would upgrade them based on the performance. I wish. Speaking of performance, the game ran well enough on older hardware, specifically my older hardware, the 1080. It's not terrible, but it worked fine. The game was decently scalable, which honestly is shocking. It's shocking because the game is technically fine. It ran well, the gunplay doesn't suck, the sound design is serviceable, the upgrade system is involved, and I could theoretically find myself engaging with it, but none of that seems to matter, since the game does its best to introduce everything in the worst way possible. It's as if the devs had watched a dozen video game trailers at random, and maybe even played a game or two, and then were tasked with constructing a game with only a limited set of information. The pieces are all there, just with seemingly no care or thought put into their specific placement. If this game interests you, then I'd recommend you wait for a steep sale. Atomic Heart isn't worth $60, and I'd say it's a hard sell at $20, but your value of money may vary. Gotta say, it was a pretty easy refund from me though.